Well, my dad left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me, just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I don't blame him cause he run ahead, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. They must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. It seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some guy would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. I'd roam from town to hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and the stars that I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name. It was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry, and I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. There on a saloon on a street of mud, sitting at a table dealing studs at the dirty mange dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bad and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he come with a knife and he cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across the teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the suite, kicking and gashing in the mud, the blood, and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when he kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun and I pulled my fuss, and he stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, it's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped make you strong. Well, I got all just up and I threw down my gun. I called my pa and he called me his son, and I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still hate that name.